Hello, everyone. Welcome to School After Hours podcast, where we talk about all things related to out-of-school time programming and education. I am your host, Jay Lee, and on today's show, we are shedding light on the wonderful impact mentoring programs have on our youth and in our communities. In recognition of National Mentoring Month, I thought it would be great to have two young people share their experience with mentoring and how it has added to their lives. Our two guests today are high school students from the Richmond area that participate in R.E.A.L Girlz, a character development and leadership program for young girls. Zahbella and La'Nae will share with us how R.E.A.L Girlz have nurtured their personal growth and how they are going to use their skills and life experiences to impact the next generation. But before we go into the interview, let's go ahead and jump into our Community Corner. Community Corner is a segment of the show that allows guests or myself to share tips, advice, or information on a specific topic with young people, families, or community members. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get into our Community Corner conversation. All right, girls. So for Community Corner, here's my question for you. Okay, ready? My question is, what does mentorship mean to you, and why do you feel that mentorship is important to you? So let's start with Zahbella.
I think mentorship to me means getting to teach other people things or to learn beside them or teaching them things that they haven't been taught before. I also feel as though you can be a leader when you're a mentor and other things too as well.
And why do you think mentorship is important?
So they can have an opportunity to learn things or learn how to become a leader, but in many other ways, not just what they've learned throughout life, but from other people as well.
Awesome. La'Nae, what you think? What does mentorship mean to you? But also, why do you think it's important to young people?
What mentorship means to me is being a mentor to other people and being able to give them an example, like if they come to you with a problem and sometimes you might not be able to give them the answer at that time to the problem, but you could at least give them some type of leadership or answer. And I believe to young people being mentored, basically what Bella said, like getting mentorship from somebody else, leadership, getting their perspective on the things, or whatnot, especially from an older person that's been here longer. They can tell you a little bit more about things than the next person probably could that's your age.
Right. Awesome. Well, thank you, ladies, for sharing. With that being said, we're going to jump into our interview section. All right, girls. Thank you for being here today. I'm so excited to have this conversation with you. So let's go ahead and get down to the nitty gritty. First, let the people know a little bit about you. Share with them a little bit about yourselves and what was appealing to you about R.E.A.L Girlz. Like, why did you join R.E.A.L Girlz?
Hi, my name is La'Nae. A 10th grader at Douglas Freeman High School. I joined R.E.A.L Girlz when I was in about middle school. It was appealing to me because I just wanted to give it a try. And, during my middle school year, it was virtual. So the description that was given to us, it sounded pretty cool. I just wanted to give it a try, see what it's about. And ever since then, I liked it, and I've stayed with R.E.A.L Girlz since.
Awesome. How about you, Zahbella?
Hi, my name's Zahbella. I'm a 10th grader. I go to Midlothian High. And the way I learned about R.E.A.L Girlz was actually during the summer experience. I ended up meeting Miss Tammy at an event, a pop-up, and she was telling my mother about how there was a program going on for R.E.A.L Girlz and how it would be fun if I joined. And at that moment, I didn't want to because I was a shy person and I didn't want to get out of my shell. But once I went there with my cousin, and we actually went through the process, and I actually started meeting people. I met La'Nae through the summer experience. I had a lot of fun, and it brought me out of my shell. And so I came back for another time so I can have that same experience like I did during the summer.
Awesome. So my other question for you girls is, since you've been participating, La'Nae, I know you've been participating in Real Girls since middle school. Bella, you did the summertime, am I right? Okay. Nate, probably you could start off with this question, being that you've been doing this for a long time. How has being in Real Girls impacted you? So what are some of the changes, or what are some of the things that you've seen in yourself over time that you're like, I could attribute that to Real Girls because they helped me with 1, 2, and 3.
Being in Real Girls, it has helped me use my voice more. I can say that in middle school I was kind of shy, so during this experience it has made me open up and give people a chance. It's really impacted my life a lot. I have many different opportunities thanks to Miss T and this podcast, just different stuff that has really helped me over the years.
Awesome. Zahbella, how about you? How has Real Girls impacted you?
Well, during Real Girls, it helped me boost my confidence more, and it helped me speak out more than what I've usually done. I was a shy person during that time, and being in Real Girls, it brought me out of my shell. I got to talk to more people. I used my voice more. I became more confident, and it taught me that, like, when I go out to, like, meeting new people, I'm more confident in meeting them. I'm not as shy and chill back as I was. More of a confident person and more helpful person, and yeah.
Got you. So what are some of the things that you did in Real Girls to help you build that confidence and use your voice more? So name me some of the workshops that you've done or some of the moments that you've had to say, you know what? I am being a little bit more outspoken. When did you come to that point, with yourself?
Some of the workshops that we did was, like, we did an entrepreneur day where an entrepreneur came and talked about their business and what they did as a living or as side hobby, and it encouraged me to tell them about my business and what I do. It taught me a lot of things. There was another workshop where we got to with more entrepreneurs, and we got to use our voice to tell them more ideas of what they should do if we were in their, like, working at their shop or their business. And it really helped me with my voice and being more confident to other people.
Got you. La'Nae, how about you? What were some of the things that you participated in while you were in Real Girls to help you boost your confidence, be more vocal with your opinion, all those wonderful things? Like, how did Real Girls help you with that?
Real Girls helped me be more vocal when we were at the Armstrong parade. It gave me more confidence. At first, I was pretty scared to do it, but then when I got up there and I did it, it just made me feel better. And I didn't really try to think too much on the crowd, but then when we started doing it, I started hearing all the "We Go Girls" and all that, it made me feel better and more relaxed. And another one was the tea party. We went up there to say the chant. I was pretty scared to say it from all those people because when I say it, I have to use a deep voice, and I didn't want to be judged for using that voice.
Right.
But I went up there and I did it.
Got it. Okay. So give us a little bit more for those of us that, are not familiar with the parade or the tea party. Go ahead and share with us a little information about that. And Miss Tammy, I might tap you in on this to give more background information.
So with the tea party, we had a special guest named Maja Gray, who was Miss Black USA. Okay. Yes, we had Miss Maja Gray come up. She was one of the guest speakers there. With the tea party, that's usually at like the end of our sessions where we get together like May, and we just all come together and eat together, talk together, do activities. And with the parade, since this was our first parade, we didn't really do that much. We just said our chant, which was "When I say we are, we say responsible." And it was fun.
Awesome. Miss Tammy, I'm gonna tap you in so you can give a little bit more background information for us. So for those of us that don't know, you've been on the show like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. But for the newcomers that may not have or don't know about Real Girls, go ahead and give them a little bit of background information about Real Girls and yourself, and tell them what you do for the girls in Real Girls that participate.
Okay, first I want to say Nate and Bella, you're doing an amazing job, and they are very modest because they've been doing a lot more than they're saying, and using their voices a lot more that I believe that they're saying, and from the time that I've met them. So we'll go into that a little bit. But Real Girls stands for Responsible, Empowered, and Loved. Real Girls are responsible for their actions in their homes, communities, and schools. They're empowered to use their voices, and La'Nae and Bella are right now part of the leadership program. So that's specifically what they're going to be doing, is developing their leadership skills and using their voice. And then they're loved not only by their immediate family, but now they're part of Real Girls family. And that's what we do. We shower them with love as much as we can. It's an empowerment program that helps girls foster healthy relationships, develop leadership skills, and believe in it. Right now, we are contracted in Richmond Public Schools. In January, we'll be in Henrico County Public Schools. That's giving us 9 schools altogether, 10 different sessions, but 9 schools. And then we have the leadership program on the weekends, which Bella and La'Nae are a part of. I want to go back to the Armstrong Walker Classic Parade. Like, Bella and La'Nae were the leaders of the parade. So that's what I'm saying. They are very modest. That they were the ones, the first one to be like, they're going to lead the parade. At the tea party that was talking about, like, she led the cheer for the tea party, and we had probably about 40 people there, including Miss Black USA, Miss Full Figure DMV, the director of Miss Full Figure DMV. There was a lot of people that were there. She led the chant for that also. At our parent information session for the leadership program, Bella led the chant at that one. She did that. So there was so many opportunities that they not only just be in a chant, and there are going to be so much more opportunities that's coming up in the next several weeks and months that they're going to be using their voices even more.
Oh, awesome. So, Tammy, I know this is a new version of your program, leadership. So how did that process come about? Like, what were your thoughts going from middle school now, stretching out to high school and making this leadership portion?
So actually, and that was another thing that La'Nae was a part of. We did a pilot program earlier in the year, and it was kind of like an ambassador program and a mentor program. So what I did, I took that, and that was only 7 girls, and now we have 14. So what I did was take that, trying to see like what went well, what didn't go well, what can I improve on, and then I just started a high school program because I'm mostly in middle school, and I would hear from parents saying, "How come you don't have a high school program? I would love for my girls to get into a high school." So I said, "Well, let me do this," and I absolutely, not that I don't love middle school, but I absolutely love my high school girls because they do use their voice. We have so much more freedom in what we could do. I'm just there. They're running the program. So the leadership program and the high school program is amazing. At the end, they will receive a $250 stipend for participating in the program. But we have so many things that's going on. Next month, they will be on the radio. So I'll be pulling them to be on the radio because we'll be interviewing young entrepreneurs. We are going to be a part of the Youth Business Exchange, where we're going to be on site interviewing young entrepreneurs and sponsors and everything else. They don't know all about this. So I see La'Nae like, what? She's looking like, what? You're doing this? Yeah, so we have a lot that's coming up that they're going to be doing.
I see.
They're going to be using their voices a lot.
Right. I was like, see, this is what happened. You get in the first scoop. Shh, don't tell nobody. Don't say nothing. Don't say nothing. So with the leadership portion, girls, Zahbella and La'Nae, a portion of that is that you all will be mentoring younger students at the same time and, sharing your experience with them. So are you excited about the experience? Like, what are you looking forward to in that experience? Either one of you can go first.
I'm looking forward to teaching little kids and kids that are younger than me more things, or teaching them, just like mentoring them, being a leader, giving them, like, being an example to them. I'm really excited to be teaching elementary students, because I remember when I was in elementary and there was just a lot of people helping me out and people being leaders towards me, making examples for me. So when I grew up, I knew exactly what I could do, what the type of person I could be, and know that I could also be a leader too.
Being able to mentor these girls, it'll help me because last year when Miss Tammy was working with elementary school kids, they really liked me, and I really enjoyed that. It made me feel special. It made me feel like they had like a leader to look up to. So I made sure whatever I did around them, it was positive, it was good, it was nothing bad, because since you're a mentor, you want to give out good examples for them to grow up and follow instead of giving them wrong choices to do. You want to give right choices to make, the right path to go down.
Awesome. So, with that being said, La'Nae, when you think about a mentor, what type of mentor do you feel you want to be? Like, what examples do you want to share with them or show them as far as character development? Ella, let's go ahead and start with you.
I want them. I'm so sorry. Can you repeat the question one more time?
Right. So, being a mentor, you're going into the space of being a mentor, right? Mm-hmm. So, in your mind, like, what type of mentor do you want to be? What examples do you want to set for the students that you're going to, the students that you're going to interact with?
Whatever mentor I want to be is a kind and a very good leader to them. I want them to know that if there's any problems or anything that they need help with, they could come to me or to any of the other girls. I want them to know that I want to be a respectful leader, and when they become a leader, that's what they should do. Be respectful, be kind, and be helpful and be an example. So, yeah.
How about you, La'Nae?
I want to be known as the kind-hearted mentor, the funny/fun mentor, the mentor that was able to help the kids. Like, say for example, they're fighting right now over crayon. I want to be the one to step in and be like, okay, when she's done coloring, you can have the crayon. Just let her finish. You guys shouldn't fight about that. And I want to be known as the mentor that was able to help the girls come together if they ever had a problem about anything, or like they can come talk to me about it.
So, Tammy, I got a question for you. So, your young ladies, seeing some of them go from middle school, now they're in high school, and they're stepping into this role of leadership. What are some of your aspirations for them as they step into this new role of mentorship?
So even though, I love R.E.A.L Girlz and I want to be a part of R.E.A.L Girlz, my goal is to develop them to be leaders outside of R.E.A.L Girlz. They're going to grow up. The face of the R.E.A.L Girlz, she was with me since high school, and she actually worked with me this summer, and it was a paid internship opportunity. So I want them to develop these skills so when it's time for them to fill out those college applications, that they're just not saying they were part of a program. They were part of a leadership program. They had these skills. They were able to mentor young girls. They're going to actually be creating the activities for them. So they'll be doing all of that stuff. This weekend is our community service give back. There's another opportunity for them to develop their leadership skills. So everything that we do is not only for them to be in R.E.A.L Girlz, for them to have a life after R.E.A.L Girlz, for them to go back 10, 20 years from now and say, I remember I was in that program in 2022, and that's why I'm here. That's why I'm the president of the United States right now, because I was a R.E.A.L Girl. So it's developing after R.E.A.L Girlz and whatever they want to do, because so many of our girls, because they are so great, they're just not in R.E.A.L Girlz. They have so many other things that they're doing. So I'm hoping that it could filter into their other aspects of their life as well.
Awesome. Well, ladies, this will be going into my last question for you before we get to Professionals Lounge. If you could describe your experience with R.E.A.L Girlz in 3 words, what would they be? Tammy, I want you to answer this one too.
My 3 words would be a sisterhood, a judge-free environment, and fun.
All right. Zahbella, how about you?
I would say, I don't really know how to describe it. It's such a huge thing. I don't think he would ever be able to describe it in 3 words. But if I had to, I would do fun, a sisterhood like La'Nae said, and my final one would be caring.
Okay. All right now. Okay. So Tammy, throughout your whole experience doing R.E.A.L Girlz, and I know it's different stages of it. You get into a different stage right now. But overall, your overall experience, if you had to describe it in 3 words, what would it be?
One, I would say hype, because we are a hype program. Anybody that comes in and work with us, I say, you better bring it for my girls, because we don't have stuff like, you better come with the hypeness. So I would definitely say hype. I would say empowered, because I believe that all of them are empowered to use their voice and just even going back to the parade, like these girls, these are just like our fourth time being together for the leadership program. So they're just meeting each other, and for them to just go ahead and do the parade, like I know Bella and La'Nae led it, but those other girls in the back was like, I don't want to. But they just felt the energy from Bella and La'Nae and to two other girls at front that everyone took a turn and was able to use their voice. So I'm going to say empowered also. And the other one I would say is, I'm like Bella, like it's so much. I can't even just use one word. Say love, because that is part of my thing. I would just say love. Like we really love on each other. So I would say that. And my parents are amazing. So I would say everybody just have love for each other.
Oh, well, I'm happy that you all are having this awesome and wonderful experience with R.E.A.L Girlz, and it's giving you such a wonderful opportunity, ladies. Before we close out, Tammy, I do have this last question for you. What are some things that you want to do with the girls in the future for R.E.A.L Girlz?
Well, our calendar is actually full. Our calendar is full. Like I'm getting ready to tell people thank you, but we cannot take anything on because I don't want to monopolize their time. But next month in January, they're going to be taking over the radio station for the whole entire month. I'm going to start getting their names. So who wants to do a radio show so we can start interviewing? We have, and another thing, I want to go back because La'Nae forgot this one also because we won an award last year for our Teen Dating Violence Award that they did a skit and I sent it in and it wasn't, like, I never even expected that. Like, it was pediatricians and stuff awarded this, like, to us. So they had that. So we're going to be doing that again. Teen Dating Violence Awareness, PSAs. We have someone that wants to do a cooking demo with us that we're going to be doing that as well. And like I said, the Youth Business Exchange, that's going to be major because that's like 100 youth entrepreneurs that's going to be coming in there. And R.E.A.L Girlz will be front and center a part of that. I'm hoping that we can still have a tea party again. Girls grew from 7 to 14, so we got to see how we're going to fit that in there. We do have some team building things that we're going to be doing next month with them. There's so many people that want to collaborate and partner with us, and I want to give everything away, but those are just some of the things that we're going to be doing, yoga and stuff like that as well.
That's right. We're going to get all this fun in. Hey. All right, girls, so we're going to wrap up the show with our Professionals Lounge, so we're going to go ahead and jump into it. Professionals Lounge is a segment of the show that allows guests to share advice with other practitioners in the OST and youth development field about how they can begin growing their gifts and talents, but also develop themselves as professionals in the field. Here's our Professionals Lounge conversation. All right, everybody. So, ladies, for Professionals Lounge, here's my question. Based on your experience being in a mentor program, what is one thing that you say is important for mentors to know?
To be respectful and honest and caring.
Respectful how, honest how, caring how.
Respectful to where you're not rude or disrespectful to other people. You're able to be the person they can come to and know that they'll get a kind response and not a rude and mean response to where they don't want to come to you anymore. Honest to where they don't take one person's side, or make sure they're honest into what they're telling someone else, just in case if that one person repeats it or says it again, it's not on them. They know that it was the honest response that their mentor gave them, and just be kind in general.
All right. La'Nae, how about you?
My word would be don't have favorites. Like, just because you might have known this girl longer doesn't mean you should just have her be your favorite girl or treat her differently from any other girls, because that'll make the girls go like, why doesn't this mentor like me as much as she likes this girl? That's one. Another one, be very open-minded. So like what somebody else may ask you, like, you're a mentor, you should be open-minded to all the questions or activities that the girls would want to do, instead of just being one-sided about the activity. And I don't have a third one.
Shoot, it's enough. I'm happy you went for 2. Okay, I'm satisfied. So, with that being said, everybody, we're going to go ahead and shut it down. Thank you for sharing this time with us. If you have any questions or concerns, go ahead and email us or send us something on our social media pages. Miss Tammy, go ahead and plug your information in, so if anybody wants to get in touch with you, they know how to reach out to you.
The easiest way to follow us is for our Instagram page. I think that's because I post everything that the girls are doing on there, and that is at R.E.A.L_Girlz with a Z, GIRLZ. And that's on Facebook and Instagram. So everything that you want to see about the girls is right there. That's the easiest way to reach me.
Well, everyone, that brings us to the end of our show. I'd like to thank Ms. Tammy, Zahbella, and La'Nae for being guests on our show. Hopefully you can come back and we can do this all again next year. If you feel that you received some good information, please leave us a review on Apple Podcasts or visit the Podchasers website and leave us a comment. This will help us get some feedback on the show and collect testimonials for our personal website. Share us with your friends, share us with your network, share us with your family. Help us spread the word about how OST programs are impacting our youth as well as our communities. We can be found on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, and Podcast Addict. Well, that's all I have for today. In the words of Mr. Arthur Ashe, start where you are, use what you have, and do what you can. Until next time, bye-bye.